Hi Stampers, welcome to Stampers Club. I'm Karen Tralfa, and today we are going to be doing a really nice tropical themed card. I live in Florida in the winter, Michigan in the summer. I'm still here in Michigan. It's winter though, because it's January and it's cold, but I'm headed to Florida here pretty quick, so I can't wait to get there. So this is definitely inspiring me to really get in the mood to get out of the cold and get into some nice tropical sunshine. We're going to be using the Artfully Layered stamp set and the matching framelits, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be making here. Okay, so we're going to be doing this really cute tropical card, nice and simple and clean. And what we're going to be using today is the Artfully Layered Bundle. So it has a really nice stamp set and a really nice set of coordinating dies. Some are meant to actually cut out the images and some are meant to be accent elements. And today we're going to be using a little bit of both. So let me tell you what you're going to need to get together to make this card with me. You're going to need a half a sheet of Whisper White, basic white cardstock. You want it to be scored at 4 1/4, but you want it to be, and you want to take 1 inch off of one side. So it's actually, instead of 8 inches, it's 5 1/2. Instead of 8, it's 7, but it's scored at 4 1/4. I know it's kind of hard to tell in the light with white. It kind of makes that a little bit goofy, doesn't it? All right, and then you're going to need 1/4 of a sheet of Just Jade, and then you're just going to need some scrap, So Succulent, Calypso Coral, and Evening Evergreen, and then a strip of 3/8, 5/8, a 5/8 strip of soft sea foam. So those are the pieces that you're going to need to have. And then you're going to need Evening Evergreen ink, Basic Gray, and Just Jade. This is a nice simple color combination. Very warm. Okay, so let's get started. Set that stamp set aside. And we're going to be using the Soft Succulent first. Oh, let's do, yeah, I'll stamp what I need so then we can get the stamp and cut machine out. So on the So Succulent cardstock, and using the Just Jade ink, we're going to get this nice big leafy image here. Get that nice and inked up. And that right on there. All right, perfect. Okay. Now, I'm going to use, out of the dies, the long one. This, where'd it go? This leaf, it's got some nice open cuts in it. This little fan type leaf, it looks almost kind of a ferny. I forget the name of that plant. And we're going to need just the one that die cuts this shape out here. So those are the 4 dies that we're going to need from the set right now. And let me get my stamp and emboss machine out. I'm going to have to use the big one, so we'll have to make some room here, guys. We got to get the big boy out. So the first step that we're going to do is we're going to take the Just Jade quarter sheet, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we're going to take about an inch, maybe not quite an inch off of that. And I'm going to use a little washi tape so that it doesn't slide around on me. I'm not using a flat enough plate here. So let me get a little, I could have used a sticky note, but I don't have any of those on hand right where I'm at. So I'm just going to use a couple little pieces of washi tape here. And I want to just take about an inch out, but I want to make sure that I'm, vertical here. Take that down. And I have a bad stigmatism in my eyes, so I don't know if we're straight or not. I think we are. All right. I'm going to need that shim there. And the second plate. All right, crank that through. Whoa, stuck to it. All right, so let's get that off there. So this creates this really cute little edge, and it's got a little bit of little dashes going on there too. So you've got a nice little stitching happening there too. So we need that one. Then we're going to need this to be cut out. Use one of those little pieces of washi tape again, just to hold it in place, because my plates are a little bit warped. I obviously haven't been flipping them enough. And then from the evergreen and the calypso, I want this fluffy leafed one, and then these this little fan style one out of the other one. Then we can cut all these together. Save some time, right, guys? This new Stamp and Cut Emboss machine has got such a nice tolerance in keeping things really tight that you get some really nice cuts with that. Okay. Let's get those off there. This one here, get my piercing tool. Get that one out. So that's a nice cut there. That's our leaf, and this one does this nice little guy here. Oh, need that piercing tool back. Get that little hole out of there. All right, let's get rid of my scrap here. It usually just ends up on the floor. Okay, and then we're also going to need to stamp our piece here with our greeting, and I'm going to use Evening Evergreen and the thank you stamp. And we're going to right there. I don't know if you can tell on mine, but I've actually trimmed my stamp. I just cut it off with some scissors because I wanted to be able to tell exactly where those letters started and stopped, so that when I'm doing on small pieces of paper like this, I don't end up just kind of guessing, because every stamp is not exact on the label. So we need that, and I'm going to use my tailor-made punch to get some nice even tails here, hopefully. And the other side, and same thing, perfect. Yeah, that's close. It's hard to look with my head, but not when I'm not looking straight down, but I don't want my head in the camera. I want you guys to be able to see, so we're going to try to get that to happen instead. All right. On this piece here, we're going to get some basic gray ink and the image that has like worn out letters on it. And this is just going to be kind of random here on the background. We're just creating some background noise here. And one at the bottom. Yeah, that's good. I guess I didn't make sure that my letters were upright. I got lucky, they all are. Not that I can read this, because I think it's in I'm not sure what language it's in. It's not in English, so just gotta look at the letters and make sure it's like the same. All right, so this piece here, I'm gonna get glued on. And I'm gonna, because I don't know exactly where this is gonna end, I wanna just get a little bit of tape along the edge of my card here too. Let's get that on there. Get that. Oh. This tape is like, I'm using the Seal Plus, and it's definitely stiffer tape. I want to make sure it doesn't like fold on the wrong side. All right, so this is going to get matched up with the score line here, which is at 4 1/4. and then done right off. So you're going to see that you can still see part of the inside here. That's why I was worried about that tape not showing right, okay? If you wanted it to be a little bit narrower, you can certainly do that. You just trim off the side. If you want this to be the exact dimension, that's a way to do that too. And then I have a small piece of the designer paper. This designer paper is absolutely amazing. It is part of the suite that this comes in that is released in the January-June 2022 Stampin' Up! Catalog, mini catalog. So it's on page 33. This paper is just absolutely stunning. Vibrant, vibrant colors. You just look at all the samples. Aren't they just adorable? So I just have a 1" by 5.5" strip here that I'm going to just glue along this one edge. And it's gonna be like on the inside edge, right? Put that on there so that when this closes down, you see this little peekaboo of the designer paper, and then you have the inside without it. Okay. All right, let me get a bone folder and score this down a little bit more. It's really wanting to pop up. There we go. That's a little better. All right, so the next step is to take this little guy here, and we're going to put adhesive on it. Let me get I don't know what happened to my craft mat. So I just want some adhesive on the back of this one. I'm just putting it at the bottom. Get a little piece out of there. And I'm just going to kind of start from the corner and kind of go towards the middle of the paper here. So we're just going to kind of get this little layered collage set here. And then the Calypso Coral, again, whoa, it's too thin. Let's just use some green glue. And that's just going to get kind of put off to the side here. Okay. And then our stamped leaf, we want a couple of dimensionals. I'm only going to put them at the top because I want to glue the bottom. I want the bottom of it to be glued down. So I only want dimensionals at the top. I only want it to be lifted on one side. So the bottom I want to be able to glue straight down. Glue out of there. And this is just going to kind of go a little bit on an angle like this. You can see how I wanted it. I wanted it raised a little bit, but not raised at this side. So that's why I put the dimensionals just towards the top of it. I'm going to get this lovely frayed ribbon. It's cool looking. It's like so retro. And give it just a knot. It's a wide ribbon, so it's not really meant for bows unless you have a larger package that you might be doing. I'm just going to get just a knot. It's easier to do, right? Everybody can make a knot. I know I'm crazy about bows, but not all the time. Sometimes it's just not a thing to put on the card. And a little glue dot for this one. I didn't think it, yeah, I did. And we're just going to put the knot right over the top there. I guess I left these a little too long. Trim that down a little bit. Must have glue on my scissors because they're not cutting. Yeah, I definitely have glue on them. I can see it. All right. There. And then our greeting. I'm going to put that on dimensionals too. I'm going to put it, I'm going to put the dimensionals towards one side because it's going to kind of hang off a little bit. And we're going to just pop that right on that leaf like that. Voila. Now, so you have a little bit of a unique card because there's the edge showing, so you have some designer paper on the inside. And then these wonderful layered stamps or layered dies on the top. So again, that was with the Artfully Layered Bundle. Had the stamp set, and then it comes with 9 dies, some of which we've obviously used today. and then the white frayed ribbon. And that again is in the January-June mini catalog on page 33. Now this bundle is $53, which during January and February with Stampin' Up's celebration sale, you would be able to choose any one product that you wanted out of here. I think this one, the Island Vibes, would really kind of coordinate well with this other islandy type stamp set, wouldn't you? I think we should make a card with this one too. I'm certainly going to be showing it for you. Just keep tuned and come back again and watch. So again, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the card and you have a fun time playing with your Artfully Layered stamp set. Bye now.